Today we're going to be talking about the bandsaw. And before we use it, first of all, you need safety gloves. So come with me while we get the safety gloves. You need one for each hand. We want to keep our hands, so it's best to have your safety gloves for both hands. Then you need safety goggles as well. So you put them on, and as a robotics student, you're instructed to ask your instructor for permission before you use power tools. So come with me as we ask Mr. Cepeda for permission. Mr. Cepeda?
Yes, sir.
May I have permission to use the bandsaw?
The who song?
The bandsaw.
Yes.
So now that you have permission, you can go on and get the things you need to cut whatever you need to cut. Right now, we are going to be cutting. Okay, so now that we got our material that we're going to cut, you want to make sure that the area is clear and everything is in accordance with what you're going to do. First, you are to release the knob right here, angle it to whichever angle you need it to be in. We're going to keep ours in this angle right here, and we're going to cut right through here. So you also need to make sure that everything's okay in here. So make sure that the band is in tight, and you turn it on. While you're using this, it's best to keep your hands as far away from the saw as possible. So you want to use this to angle your cut, and just cut right through. As you see it right there, you don't want to grab it off. First, you want to turn off the machine, and once the blade completely stops spinning, you grab whatever it is that you cut, grab the base that it came from, and you make sure that the surface is clean of any stray materials, and you're good to go. Once you are done cutting your material, you need to return everything to where you got it from. So come with me as we return the gloves. And you return everything back to where you got it from. This is highly important because it keeps everything in the lab organized and everything coordinated. So, yeah. Thank you. And we're done. Welcome back. So this time we are going to be using this angle saw to cut the same piece of material, and these two machines may look similar, but they're very different. With this angle saw, you have specific materials that you can use to, you have different materials that can be cut by this materials. For example, you can't use heavy duty metals and other heavy duty materials on this one specifically because the blade is thinner and can easily break. So to get started, as you know, we need our safety gear. So let's go get our safety gear and we'll get all started with this. So in here, we keep our safety materials that we need. So for this specific procedure, you're gonna need gloves. So put your gloves on. And you're gonna need your safety goggles to protect your eyes. And most importantly, you're gonna need permission. So let's go get permission from Mr. Cepeda. Good afternoon, Mr. Cepeda. Do I have permission to use the angle saw to cut a piece of material we need for our project?
Yes.
Thank you. the most important part of that is saying thank you afterwards. So let's go on and get this open. So I already have the material I'm gonna cut ready here. And with this angle saw, you can preset the base to whatever angle you need it to be in. But since it's in this angle, and this is the preferable angle that we're going to use, you can just turn it on. And with this one, you don't need specific things on the base to direct you. This is a more hands-on machine, so you need to be cautious in what you do and be mindful of where your hand is at all times. So we're gonna get this on and get started. Okay, so my desired angle for this is approximately 90 degrees. So I'm probably gonna start my cut right here. And slowly go Now, see how close the material is to it? You do not want to grab the material. You want to turn off the machine first. And once the machine is completely off, you grab your material and you place the machine back. Now, once you have everything done, in conclusion, as you all know, you have to put your safety materials back to the places they go, because you do not want to be losing materials. And you want everyone to be able to use these safety materials. So we're gonna go on and put our safety materials back. And thank you for watching, and this is it for this tool. Welcome back. As you all know from previous videos, we're gonna get our safety material. But before that, today, I'm going to introduce you to the tool I'm going to be using. We are going to be using the Dremel Saw Max circular angle grinder. Do not mind that. And as anything falls off or anything comes off from where it was, make sure to place it back. So we'll get that out the way and we'll go get our safety gear. And while we get our safety gear, I'm also going to remind you guys that we also need permission for that specific tool, because it's also a power tool. And every power tool, we get permission from our instructor. And as you know, we're gonna get our safety goggles, so this time we're gonna put those on first. Highly important when using an angle grinder. And we're gonna put on our 2 goggles. So now that we have that out the way, you have them on, get permission. Let's go. Good day, Mr. Cepeda.
Good day.
May I use the angle grinder for one of the projects we are working on?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Highly important, like I said in previous videos. That's the most important part when asking for permission. So, let's go get the angle grinder. And we're still using the same materials because it's the safest and easiest to use right now. Some materials when using an angle grinder can be harmful to your lungs, to your eyes, and stuff like that. So it's highly important to know the material you're cutting or know the material that you're going to be grinding off. And yeah, first let's secure the material by using a clamp. Get that sorted, make sure it's in there tight, and next we're going to get the Dremel. Again, highly important for you to place things back after they fall out of place. Keep in mind, you're wearing gloves, so this is going to be very difficult. So pick it up and put it right back where it goes. Okay, so we're going to get this plugged in and get the Okay, so once you have it plugged in, keep your hand away from the switch as much as possible. In order to turn it on, you're gonna have to release this and press it down, and then press on the button. But if you have this released, you can't turn it on. So now we're gonna adjust the angle to the right angle we need, and to do so you need to release this blue lever and you use it to adjust the angle you want it at. This is the angle I want it at, so I'm gonna tighten it, and once it's tightened, keep your hand a safe distance from it, and you just make sure it's off. And now, when the blade is completely drained, you get the right keys, you unscrew this, and once you do that, you can easily replace the blade and replace it back. To find out more about Dremels, you can watch the AXE videos on YouTube. They provide an in-depth review of each Dremel, which helps when finding different keys and little tricks when it comes to using Dremels. And we're complete, but that does not mean we do not have to clean up. The cleanup is the most important part. So place your Dremel at a safe place, unplug it, clean up the area, undo the clamp, once you have that undone, you know what's next. You have to wrap it up. Once you have it wrapped up, place it back again. You have to place things back after you misplace them. So you have it hanged up, and we're gonna put up our safety gear, so hurry up. And 3, 2. Have a great day. Okay, so we're back. So this time we're going to be using a saw. And before you use a saw, you need to ask for permission. So this time we're going to do that first, and then we're going to go into the other stuff. Good morning, Mr. Hussein. May I have permission to use a saw for our project?
What's the point?
To cut the piece of metal to attach to the arm of the robot?
Yeah, sure. Just be careful.
Like I said, that's the most important part. So next, we're going to get our safety materials. And as usual, we're going to get our gloves for both hands. Okay, so now that we have that on, let's get this closed and get to the tool we're going to be using. So today we're going to, like I said, we're going to be using the saw. So since we already have permission, we're going to get our saw. And I already have everything set up. So you can use this saw specifically to cut metal, wood, and some plastic. You could specifically aluminum wood. You could also use it to cut little pieces of plywood, of foam, and stuff like that. So right now I'm gonna demonstrate to you the proper ways to use it. You put your dominant hand in the hole, the black hole or your handle hole, and you put your weaker hand as a form of balance to keep it balanced as you saw through it. So remember, it's highly important to keep your hands as far away from the blades as possible, and as a safety tip, please do not play around with the end of the blade like this. It's highly dangerous and it's very unprofessional. So you have it like this and you start. Okay, so now as you see, it doesn't matter how fast you go, it's just consistency. Once you're consistent with it, it'll cut through neatly, and once you're done with it, you could just file away, clean up your area, and we're gonna put up our materials.
This right here is the plugging drill. This is a normal drill, but the difference is it's more powerful than the other drills that we use in the lab that have the battery. These allow you to get a lot more power out of it.
Okay.
So you get draws power directly from the wall.
Like I said, once you're done, clean up your area, and you're done.
This one is a specific care for this one.
Don't forget, you have to put up your safety tools. So let's put up our safety tools.
It does actually blow a lot of air out the side right here. So
Put your gloves back, and thank you for watching. Have a good one.